2018. Describe a meal you had with your friends in someone's home or in a restaurant. You should say who organized this meal, where you had it, what you talked about during the meal, what you ate and drank, and explain why you had this meal with your friends. Answer. Last month, I had a get-together with some of my high school friends whom I had not met since we graduated. Then we decided to have lunch at a well-known pizza restaurant in the city center. Arriving at the restaurant, we were quickly given the menu. What surprised me the most was that there were various types of pizza and drinks. Hence, it took me quite a long time to choose the food. After that, we talked with each other while waiting for the dishes. Some of my friends were studying at the same university. Some had decided to get a job. And I was especially impressed by the decision of one friend to take a gap year. She said that as she had a strong passion for traveling, she would spend 1 year visiting lots of places. Then the dishes were served. The pizza was out of this world and the drinks were tasty, although they were a bit pricey. We kept talking and enjoyed the meal and drinks for about 2 hours. Actually, meeting them reminded me of the time when we studied at high school, and I realized that now we were all grown up. We had our own plans to pursue, but we all promised to meet up regularly. Vocabulary. Get together. Noun. An informal meeting or gathering of friends. Example. We usually have a family get-together during the New Year celebrations. Gap year. Noun. The year that a young person spends working and or traveling after leaving school and starting university. Example. I'm planning to take a gap year before I start my university course, and I have decided to go to see India and China. Have a passion for. Expression. Have a hobby or activity that you like very much. Example. He has a passion for traditional music and he is learning to play some traditional musical instruments. Out of this world. Adjective. Used to emphasize how good or beautiful something is. Example. The variety of Vietnamese food available during the Tet holiday is out of this world. Tasty. Adjective. Having a very delicious flavor. Example. When I want something tasty to eat, I often buy some chocolates or ice cream. A bit pricey. Adjective. A little expensive. Example. Although my favorite restaurant serves food that is out of this world, it is unfortunately a bit pricey, so I can't afford to eat there often. Grown up. Adjective. Mentally and physically an adult. Example. She has a grown-up daughter who works in our local hospital. Meet up. Phrasal verb. To meet someone, usually by arranging a time and place with them first. Example. After work, we all met up at the cinema to watch the new James Bond movie. Describe an item of clothing that was bought for you. January 2016. You should say what it was, who bought it, what it looked like, why it was bought for you, and explain how you felt about this item of clothing. Answer. I would like to describe a coat my parents gave me as a present on my 18th birthday. I must say that it is really smart and exactly to my liking. The coat is made of cotton only and by a Vietnamese clothes brand. It is a knee-length black coat, which was in fashion at that time. What I like the most is that there are 2 deep side pockets, so in winter, I always put my hands into those pockets to avoid the cold. Besides, I can button the coat from top to bottom, and it's also got a decorative waist belt. I am so fond of this coat that I usually wear it every winter. It fits me perfectly and makes me feel comfortable and warm, no matter how cold the weather is. I keep myself warm by wearing the coat with jeans and boots, which match it well. In fact, I have never thought whether it will be out of fashion. As this coat is a gift from my parents, I treasure it a lot, and for sure, I will keep wearing this coat in the future. Vocabulary. Really smart. Adjective. Very clean, neat, and attractive. Example. If you want to look good on special social occasions or even at work, it is important to dress in really smart clothes. To my liking. Expression. Suitable and how somebody likes something. Example. The smart way in which she has decorated my house is exactly to my liking. Button the coat. Verbal phrase. Fasten the coat with buttons. Example. Stepping outside my warm house, I quickly buttoned the coat which I was wearing to try and keep warm. Decorative. Adjective. Intended to look attractive because of the way in which it is decorated. Example. Many tourists visit the Temple of Literature because of the many decorative sculptures which they can see there. Fond of. Expression. Finding something pleasant or enjoyable, especially something that you have liked or enjoyed for a long time. Example. My uncle is an excellent musician and he is very fond of his hobby. Match. Verb. If things match each other, they have the same color or style and therefore look attractive together. Example. None of these shoes match my jeans. They are all very different and they are too formal. Treasure. Verb. Have or keep something that you love and that is very valuable to you. Example. Thank you for emailing the photos. They are superb and I will always treasure them and the memories that they bring.